What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to be doing a guide on Underpriest Brogni, the Dwarf's legendary champion from the Magic Affinity. And this dude is just absolutely outstanding. Now he was a fusion from last year and we've also had recent 10x's for this champ. And if you have him, congratulations, because he's just a total game changer. And in my opinion, the best fusion to ever come out last year. Arguably in all time, to be honest. But I guess that's just subject to what you guys think. Let me know who you think is the best fusion. So what is it down to? Let's get into it. Now I must say, I've done a lot of clan boss builds and guides in the past, but I've never showcased him in like other areas of the game. And that's kind of the main theme of today's video. But of course, we'll cover the clan boss as well. So A1 ability has a 45% chance. You could book it up to a 60% of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. Now, the first time that I ever beat the Eternal Dragon, I didn't have a Drexar because I was so lazy. And this dude was literally the reason why I could finish the Eternal Dragon on that first rotation. So having a burn on the A1 definitely has its use. Even potentially the Nether Spider or the Clan Boss dealing that HP burn damage over time. It's really nice. On the A2 ability, attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance, or once you book this up, of removing 1 random buff from all enemies. So it's not like an all-out strip like a Madam Ceres or a Rian the Conjurer, for instance. He's removing 1 buff, but it's still amazing because on the second part of this kit, 100% chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. So you're removing something from the enemies and you're also stripping something from your champions. So in an ideal scenario, you're in the clan boss, you could use this as your cleanse champion for that stun turn, which is just amazing, right? And increases the value of shield buffs on all allies by 30% of the damage inflicted. And I must say, this champion, if you really wanted to, could deal some great damage, but I personally like to have him in a more support build, right? You want to get him in high HP, high attack if you can, and maxing that crit rate to increase the value of these shields. So this is really nice, and it pairs with Resilient Glow that places a block debuffs and a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. Block debuffs, one of the most important and crucial debuffs when you're using non-unkillable teams of man-eaters, because it allows you to stop those decreased speeds, stop those stun turns, and keep your champions flowing, right? Also an increased attack to increase your damage dealer's capabilities. So there's 2 really nice things here. Also, he places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. So if you're building with that high HP thresholds, that shield's going to be even bigger. You lead into the Cavern's Grasp and extend those shields. And that makes this really unique here. I believe he's the only champion in the game that can extend the value of shields upon hitting. So this is really nice synergy here. And of course, you've probably seen the crazy clan boss teams using these 2 abilities here. And the shield buff cannot be removed. That's really nice for if you're in a Go Second team in the arena, people are trying to strip your shield. He's going to be like, nope, you could take everything else, but my shield, that's staying on my champions. Now, the Redoubt passive, whenever an ally under a shield buff is attacked, will reflect 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield back to the attacker. And this is where you see those crazy numbers in the clan boss when you pair it with like a giant slayer, right? And then straight after that, he also heals the ally by 25% of the damage inflicted onto that shield. So he's reflecting all of the damage back to the clan boss, for instance, or some Doom Tower bosses. And he's also healing your champions with a non-removable shield. This is just outstanding, right? For so many aspects of this game. But if there's multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate. So you can't really do it like a Vogoth, for instance, who does that heal with his passive. Let me just quickly pull him up. So in this part here, it doesn't say that if there's multiple champions, that it's not going to work. And that's when you see those crazy Bommel teams, right? So you can't really use it in a similar way to that, if that makes sense. So where is the Underpriest Brogni? There he is. Now he also has an amazing aura of increased ally resist in Doom Tower battles by 60. So this is just phenomenal for places like the Eternal Dragon, the Griffin, or just the ways where you're trying to resist some debuffs, right? It's a really nice touch here. Would I prefer all battles? Yes, but I'm really happy with just it being Doom Tower as well. When you think about the rest of his kit, he's allowed to have one thing that's not crazy impactful, right? But still amazing. So how have I built this champion today? I've actually had it before in a more damage build for the clan boss when I was trying to reach my high scores, which was around 190 to 200 million. So now I really want to take him into the Doom Tower, into the faction wars, potential arena teams. And this kind of build is what I'm going to be using from now on as we look forward. So we have gone for perception here, which increases our speed and accuracy. And we're going for speed substats right here. We've gone crit rate on the gauntlets because we really want to extend the value of those shields on that A2 ability. We've also got a nice little defensive substat because, as I said, more of a universal build here. We've got HP percent on that chest plate. So his shield, the value of it is based off his HP. If you can get a 6-star here, even better. But my champion is speed tuned for my clan boss team. Speed on the boots with some crit rate and crit damage. Now, when I was trying to push my high scores, I actually had this in attack. And I had a lot more attack percent in my substats. I'll talk about that in a second. So accuracy here, just so we can strip those buffs from the enemies and also to place that HP burn. Defense on the amulet here and defense on the ring because of that whopping substat roll of up to 27%, which is amazing, right? Overall stats, we have got a high HP at 68,000. When I was pushing high scores, and if you can try to add more to this, I was somewhere around 90,000. So if you're really trying to mid-max his abilities, 90 to 100k, you're going to be seeing some great results from the value of that shield. Attack, he actually has a really low attack, right? But his abilities are based on attack. So when you're trying to extend the value of those shields, you want to try and optimize this as much as you can, potentially 2.5 to 3.5k. Obviously, you have to consider everything else as well. Now, my defense is at a 3.5k, which is exactly where I want it to be. 255 speed, 4% off that 100% crit rate. Bash me if you want to. 150% crit damage, 158 resistance. I must say, I've seen some crazy resistance builds, but because his shield cannot be removed, you don't really need too much resistance in my opinion, unless you're just doing it for purely PvP content or just some occasional stuff in the Doom Tower, right? But he's got a nice base here of 90 resistance, and the accuracy, I'm at 306, but sometimes I push 350 when I'm trying to use him in some Stage 120 Doom Tower battles. So you can kind of pick and choose how high you want to go, but 300 to 350 is where I like to sit. The Masteries here, we have gone down to the Giant Slayer. Of course, we want to reflect that damage with his passive and the shields. And also the defensive tree heading down to the Retribution and the Deterrence to counterattack with that burn ability. So you could go support as well, I guess, and head down to the Lasting Gifts, which is amazing to kind of extend those block debuffs, extend those shields, right? So I would definitely go down the kind of right route down to here. You could also go down to Sniper to have an extra chance of placing those burns, and the Master Hexer to extend those burns if you really wanted to. So just kind of pay attention here. But one thing I will say is avoid the cycle of magic if you're using it in the clan boss, okay? Because if he's resetting the cooldowns of those shields, it can completely throw your team off tune and allow debuffs to get through. So just keep an eye out for that. But for PvE content, I don't see no problem with that cycle of magic unless you got speed tune for the waves. So yeah, that's my Underpriest Brogni, my more universal build. And let's go into a few areas of the game. Let's get right into it. Alright then, so the first place that I really want to showcase is going to be the Eternal Dragon. Now, when he's paired with someone like a Geomancer who also has that reflect feature with those burns, right? You'll start to see a crazy successful run just by using these two champions. Because, of course, we're reflecting with that shield and the Giant Slayer procs with the reflections. And we're also reflecting with that Geomancer passive. So let's just get through to the boss here and pay real close attention to the shields as well and the value of them. And so now we're up against the boss. We can pretty much place this and just go auto. And it's as simple as that. So a team like this is really amazing. Now watch the reflections of the damage there. So because we're pairing both with the reflections now, this run's going to be over before you know it. And also, Geomancer has that A1 decreased accuracy to stop some of the debuffs coming our way, right? Like you see it right there. And it's probably going to be, once we get going, now look at that. Look at those reflections there. Boom. Halfway in around 2 to 3 turns against the Eternal Dragon. We've got our block active skills, which is where you may want to put some resistance on sometimes. I don't know why my Withered Crown is not cleansing it. And there's that resist aura coming into play as well. There we go. More burns, more shields, and this next cycle should do it. Look at that damage, guys. Boom. And it's also keeping us alive because it's non-removable. He pretty much has to get through the shield, right? Look at this. So if you guys are struggling with the Eternal Dragon, look no further than an Underpriest Brogni. And this is stage 80 on the hard Doom Tower. We haven't unlocked stage 120 yet. There we go. Nobody's in jeopardy. We got no revivers. And look at that, 69 turns. With manual play, only 3 minutes. Because I was messing around on the waves. And 800,000 damage and 2.6 million on the Geomancer burn. Of course, it's not just his damage you want, it's that survivability with this shield. You could also use in the Nether Spider to kind of heal yourself back up and place those shields. And the burns on that A1 ability. Magma Dragon, like pretty much all of the Doom Tower bosses, he's going to be amazing there. So let's just do the Griffin. We've also got a team like this. Yeah, I guess we can run that for fun. Might want to take out Chagor here. Let's just get some more damage in. Who should we use? Actually, let's get Dark Hail in there for fun. I've not used him against this before. Alright then, so now we're up against the boss. Do you see this ability here where he removes all buffs from all enemies, then attacks all enemies, right? So, obviously right here, I'll try to do a little bit of a guide for the Griffin while we're doing this. But because it's non-removable, I want you guys to pay close attention. Let's just do A1s. Well, I guess we can just get a little burn on, why not? Remove buffs, but the shields remain. So we're still able to heal because you can't remove it, right? So this is where Underpriest Brogni is S tier for the Griffin. So let's just leave this on auto now. On this next cycle here, he's going to try to transfer all of the debuffs that we're placing. And because we got that block debuffs, even if a Duchess wasn't there, you're able to resist those, right? So 100% S tier for the Griffin. Makes your life so much easier. And of course, Ninja in here just pumping out that damage. Shields go back up. He's going to try to remove it. You're going to see all of the other buffs get removed. Apart from our shield. So it's just outstanding. And then he's growing the value of them as well to keep our champions alive. Block debuffs, of course. And just 1 or 2 more ninjas. I just wanted to play Dark Hail for the memes. I wanted to extend some of the burns or instantly detonate them. But we haven't got no poison, so we're not seeing the full value there. But there we go. You cannot remove the shield, the Griffin. Underpriest Brogni does not allow you. There we go. So, yeah, pretty long run. Usually I don't use a Dark Hail in there. But hope you guys see the value of Underpriest Brogni against the Griffin. Now, you can carry this into so many places. The faction wars, unfortunately, isn't open for another 4 days, so that's kind of unfortunate. I would have loved to show him there, but he's amazing on wave 2 where he's stripping the buffs from those man-eaters, for instance, or those steel skulls, to really speed up the process when you're trying to get CVC points, right? Because we're hitting those stage 21s, or even just for progression, right? In the Hydra boss, I'll try to throw up a little clip towards the end of the video, but he's outstanding for the Hydra as well. But I'm out of keys for the next 22 hours. But I've got some keys, but I used Underpriest in a showcase yesterday. So I can't really showcase him there. Demon Lord will do towards the end as well. And let's go into the arena. Alright, so let's try a team like this. It should be a lot of fun. We've got Underpriest Brogni in here. We'll try some Go Second Team straight afterwards. I'm going to do the strip. Why not? Let's just get this on. And I'm not trying to kill everyone. Let me just kill Arbiter for now. And look at that. We never got froze because we got the block debuffs on, right? Now we just want Gembo to do something. So let's just do this. And there's no debuffs to kind of remove. I really wanted to showcase that. So let's just get another shield on. Why not? 8-1. And let's just wait for Gembo to attack us. Boom. No debuffs, but instead we are healing through that shield. Come on, Gembo. Can you do something here? Oh my god. He just sat him down. I didn't want that to happen. Alright, so let's go up against this team now. We have got a buff stripper in Raider. So hopefully we can showcase how much value his shield has here as well. Nah, let's just do an A1. I want to keep them alive. Here's the shields, and let's just get Gorgo out of the equation. And let's just get an A1 on. Put it on a 1 speed, and come on, Ray. Boom, we're not getting no stuns, but we're healing instead, and Astrolon actually just killed himself from that reflect. Now you can see here, Kandrathon still has his shield up, right? So let's just keep this going. I'm just trying to showcase the skills. Boom. So you see there, we still had one more turn duration on Kandrathon, so his shield still remained, right? Alright, and here we go. We kind of got it set up for Wither the Crown to cleanse us. So boom. Now watch how the shields kind of stall everyone. That's what I really want to show here. We got the heals, we got the shields now, and a nice little heal there. Look at that, guys. We survived that hit there. And of course, we've got no revivers in here. Just watch the sustainability of this. We'll let it run for a little bit. 1 by 1. Now, boom, sit down. And this is a really annoying team, right? You can kind of go into the arena, build a really tanky kind of setup, and they're just going back and forth, swapping heals. Maybe a Krisk or a Necra. Paired with someone like this will just be outstanding, right? And they're going to keep having to go for Coroner here, and then they're going to be going for my Underpriest Brogni. And they'll probably end up backing out, right? Because they just couldn't kill the team. Alright, so this looks like a bit of a fun team. We got my boy Genzin. We got a Prince Kaimar. Let's go. Alright, let's just sleep everybody. And that, if you sleep everybody with someone like a Kaimar or a Cornelia, for instance, it gives you a chance to get that shield up with your other champions, right? So let's just clear off that champion there. Don't want to wake up Mashard right now because we don't want him to cut in. And now we're pretty much ready to rock and roll. Or if that Mashard wanted to kill us. Ooh, I thought he was going to kill himself there. Nah, let's just keep them alive. Just get more shields on. There we go. And boom, Mashard just killed himself, like I just said. So it's pretty fun, right? Oh, I thought she was going to kill herself as well. But sit down from our Godseeker and Eerie. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty much the places that I would use him. It would be the Doom Tower, potential progression for the dungeons, the faction wars once it's open, and of course the Doom Tower bosses and stuff. So we're just going to finish up here with this clan boss run. Some of you guys may know this team already, but I'll let you guys watch it for people that's not aware, right? So let's get into this run. So pretty much here, it's kind of like a full auto. Some people do ask for this setup, so just pay close attention here. And for the people that do have this composition already, what you do is just leave it on full auto with the presets. Take it off auto at this point and just A1 with Underpriest Brogni and Tarogi the Frog. Click auto and enjoy. Now, as I said before, when I was pushing my maximum damage, I did push close to 200 million, but this team here today will probably hit around 110 to 140. It's kind of the realm on the Spirit Affinity. But I hope you guys see the value of the extension of the shields and all of the healing that it's providing, the block debuffs, and also that burn on that A1 ability. Like, look at the size of those shields. And if you pair with someone like Tarogi the Frog, he's able to extend his shield as well, which is just remarkable, right? So what I'll do now is I'll let you guys watch the rest of the run. I might throw occasional Hydra clips in here as well, if you guys want to see a bit of the Hydra boss. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll come back to you towards the end. So there we have it, guys, 125 million damage dealt, and look at the damage on Underpriest Brogni. Outperforming our Iron Brago, our Taragi the Frog, who has poison debuffs in his kit, our Godseeker Inri, 33.9 million damage. And this was only at 125 million. If you start to mid-max and bump up his attack and extend those shields with more values, you see close to like 150 to 200 million once it's optimized. And you really see around, I think the highest I've seen was about 55 million on my Underpriest Brogni. So really amazing for the clan boss. And I hope you guys enjoyed the bit of Hydra in there as well. So yeah, that's going to be all for the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.